One of Manitoba's all-time hockey greats finally got to put on his hometown team's jersey today. Jonathan Toews grew up in Winnipeg. Last month, he signed a contract to play next season with the Jets. And when he takes the ice this fall, it will be his first NHL game action in more than 2 years. At a news conference earlier today, Toews explained what it means to come home.
Made Chicago my home for quite some time, and have had the chance to travel all over these last few years and just to have different experiences away from the game of hockey. And I just think it means so much. I think as you grow as a person, you kind of take a little bit with you everywhere you go, but there's parts of you that'll never change, and I'll always be a Winnipegger through and through. And it's a dream come true to come back and play in front of my friends and family and be a part of this city once again.
The CBC's Cameron McIntosh was at that news conference in Winnipeg. He has more on what Jonathan Toews had to say about his return to the NHL with the Jets.
Well, Jonathan Toews came in here and spoke to the audience here in Winnipeg. The Jets brought in some season ticket holders and other fans to witness this, calling this a big event for the franchise here in Winnipeg. The Winnipeg Jets about to embark on their 15th season now since coming back. All along, people in Winnipeg have always said, what if we could get Jonathan Toews to play at home? So today was that moment, and we saw an emotional Jonathan Toews speaking about it, and he also spoke with a lot of humility. He's been out of the game for 2 years as a result of long COVID and chronic immune response syndrome. So basically, for a couple years, he's really been kind of fighting his own body to really kind of get back into shape to play hockey. And to get back, he's embarked on some non-traditional treatments and some unconventional treatments, at least by Western medicine standards. Today, he spoke a lot about that, just saying that open-mindedness and the time away from the game have him back in a place where he feels physically ready, he can play. And he's also been training quite intensely over the course of the last year. So we asked him to kind of evaluate where he's at right now. Here's what Jonathan had to say about his abilities to play.
I'd say probably as the year went along, I got stronger every month, and I was working out, taking care of myself, but also just enjoying life. And I'd say these last 5 or 6 months, things have really trended in a direction. Since I started skating back in February and March, those are the moments where I'm like, okay, still got the hands are still there, the feet will catch up, and things have slowly gotten better since then. So really happy about where I'm at.
So that's certainly what the fans want to hear, and it's something that the Winnipeg Jets were absolutely convinced about. They've been talking to Jonathan Toews for quite some time about potentially coming back to the NHL here in Winnipeg, and are saying that they are confident that Jonathan Toews can not only just play, but play at a high level.
And Cam, I mean, he says that it's a dream come true for him. This has got to be a dream come true for so many Winnipeggers.
Yeah, as I mentioned, pretty much ever since the NHL came back to Winnipeg, people have kind of had this notion of, geez, it would be great to see Toews come back here. Jonathan Toews spoke a bit about that today. He says he got inspired to play hockey as a young boy by watching the original Winnipeg Jets. We have pictures of him wearing Jets stuff as a young child. He's been posting this on his Instagram, basically saying, is this reality? This is a dream come true for him. So here's the motivation. The motivation is to prove that not only that he can still play, but that he can help his hometown team reach even bigger heights. Of course, the Winnipeg Jets last year won the President's Trophy, finishing first overall in the NHL in the regular season, fell short in the second round of the playoffs. The Jets counting on his skill and his leadership to push them further.
The CBC's Cameron McIntosh in Winnipeg.